Hey guys, if you've been watching me for a little while, you'll already know I'm all about staying alive, outplaying your enemy. Before we begin, I need you to know that I'm going to mention kill-death ratio, but only because it's important to the overall round. Each death is a ticket lost for your team, and each kill is a ticket lost to the enemy. Battlefield is definitely a team game. Rounds are played for the group, not the individual. But saying that, there is nothing wrong with being a little bit selfish on the way, winning the round, but also upping your KDR at the same time while you're enjoying yourself. It's still a game. You still have to have fun. No doubt there are some tips that I haven't taken into account. I do not have any doubts that you'll remind me in the comments below if I've missed anything. The target audience of this video is for the average player. Godlike players probably play like this instinctively, or they move too fast even to pay attention. I'm sure you'll get something out of this anyway, even if you are a godlike player, or at the minimum, you'll be able to recognize what you're doing that makes you play like a god. This won't improve your aim, it won't improve your reaction time. Both of those come with hours of playtime. However, this will help you survive longer than your enemy, and hopefully you can enjoy the game more while supporting your team and helping them claim victory. Some of these tips might be completely obvious to you, or some you may do naturally just because of the amount of hours you've put in. Either way, I really hope that you get something out of this. Let's begin with you as a player. Before you even spawn into the game, you should know the playstyle you're going for that first life that you've got. Unless you're a god, you're going to die, and you can evolve this in the future. But that first spawn in, know what you're going to play as. For example, I'm an assault player. I play medium to close range. But there are large maps. The contaminated map, for example. The Cord is by far my all-time favorite gun. There is no way I would use that on a contaminated map. It's too long. But I want to be an assault player. I'm going to have to adapt. Unless I'm capturing one of the points that are indoors, I would definitely spawn in with something like the AK-4D or the SLR for those mid to long range encounters, and I'll absolutely use my spawn beacon at first spawn. If I'm going to be pushing for those close range objectives, I'm going to evolve and switch to the Cord. If you decide that you want to be a support player and you love the LMGs, don't push the objective on your own. Unless, of course, you have one of those assault style LMGs that can reload super fast and they don't have that insane ADS time. Of course, the support player can hold the objective and you can support the team from the back. Hold the line, let your team go in, lay down suppressing fire, revives them if needed so then you can support the attack. And if the point is being attacked, pick a spot and defend that flag with your LMG. At a medium to a long range distance is always preferred. If you switch to an engineer class, obviously I push objective with the SMG because it's a close range weapon. I've seen a lot more people doing this lately. Don't forget you have your pizzas. Drop them everywhere you can around the flags, or at least the roads surrounding the flags. And don't forget, if tanks are coming in, abandon your flag, get around the back of the tank so you can take them from behind, take out any engineers, and launch your thick rockets all over the back of that tank. If you're lucky, you'll be able to take it down immediately. Snipers, I use these as offense generally, but if you're going to be supporting an attack or defending, again, stick behind your assaults, your engineers, and your support players. Obviously, you're going to be hitting things from a longer range. Support your team's attack. And on capped points, push forward, plant some claymores, and then cover that point for some defense. Or continue to support your team from elsewhere. Obviously, keep an eye out for those enemy snipers because they can cripple an entire team. And if you're a decent sniper, you can easily take out 5 or 6 snipers in a life. But if you notice you're losing the round because you have a number of snipers on your team, evolve. Support your team. A team with too many snipers is never going to win the round. I would highly suggest, for the sanity of your team, to pick this class strategically. And just remember, DMRs don't have a sight glint, and you can still use your recon with your carbines as well. Don't forget to evolve between the classes throughout the round. So if there are tanks everywhere, switch to engineer. Or if you love risking it all, which I do, switch to recon, empty your sack on the back of the tanks, blow your loads. There was an update recently that gave us 4 C4s. Use them. And now we get to the good stuff. Movement. If you want to survive, moving throughout the map is going to keep you alive and also give you an advantage over the enemy. If you're running up a road, pick a path. Run where there is always cover available. The maps are designed better than in 2042. There is plenty of cover available. Always run with purpose. And if all of a sudden you find yourself under fire, you'll have your cover ready to go because you've already picked your path. You have a destination and a path to get there. If you happen to find yourself under fire, if you know you're going to lose, you've still got a chance to run and hide like the coward that you are, save tickets for the team, or just wait for your army to catch up to you. And remember, when you're moving, always look with that center of your screen. Don't use your eyes. I know it sounds odd because we're used to using our eyes, but that microsecond that someone sees you first is the difference between your life, which is a ticket, and theirs. If you're already looking at them, you will win and you will shoot first. Use your peripheral vision. Don't dart your eyes around the screen. Your eyes will naturally pick up movement, like a fly or a mosquito that's just flying past you. You'll always see it. Move your screen to look at it properly. And if you're trying to survive and you know you don't have godlike reflexes, almost always ADS your corners. I say almost because obviously at the start of the round or at a safe point, you can see the map. You know there are no enemy about. You won't have to ADS those corners. If you're pushing a flag, ADS your corners and use your ears. DICE have fixed up a lot of the footstep problems. Using your ears is one of the easiest ways to get kills or to survive. They have definitely ramped up the footstep volume in this game, and it is much easier to pinpoint where the enemy are. Don't forget that the enemy is probably listening out for you as well. Don't be afraid to slow down, ADS, crouch, and move forward. Take it slow. Let's talk about cover. If you approach each interaction with your enemy as a strategic game, like a game of chess, you can win almost any firefight if you treat it as such. Always have cover handy. Switch between places. If the enemy is hiding, use that opportunity to change positions. I've switched positions so many times, or even pushed, and the enemy has no clue what's going on. I save our tickets, and they lose theirs. Use grenades to flush out the enemy. If you're in a stalemate, the grenade will win. Throw a grenade, they will move out like the rats that they are, and you can put them down. If you're approaching a skyline, try to keep yourself below the horizon. Limit your view, knowing that you've limited the enemy's view. Lie down, leave only part of your body visible, and if it's uncomfortable for you, it's going to be really difficult for the enemy to see you. It will also be unexpected for them. And this is a team game, so obviously stick with your team. It's not always possible, especially when there are no communications and your squad may be just a bunch of solos doing their own little thing. But if your squad is pushing, push with them. If you're not sure about something, let your teammates go first. Watch them die, learn where the enemy is, and finish them off. Don't forget to revive your teammates. It saves tickets. And if you've revived a teammate, you have a higher chance of survivability. You've got cannon fodder. You've got safety in numbers. And if you happen to be down first, ping your enemies. Or, better still, use your voice comms. Tell the enemy where the bad guy is. And a side note, if you have voice comms, only use it for communicating. No one wants to hear your 3-year-old blessing screaming in the background. Just close your mic. And above all of that stuff, use your map. Pick an angle of attack. Come up with a plan A, possibly a plan B, and be prepared to evolve your plan. Use both the large and the small maps. Keep an eye out for the tanks, the people, whether they're higher or lower than you. If there's an up arrow on their dot, they're above you. A down arrow is below, and no arrow, obviously, they're at the same level as you. And then when you do end up attacking or defending, once again, know your cover before you pick your fights. If you're caught off guard, you should already know where it is. Move to it. Fire and move. Throw a grenade and move. Or if you're certain you're going to lose the fight, just run to cover. If you do get taken out, you'll probably be thrown into cover anyway. Don't forget though, if you get suppressed while behind cover, you're not going to regain health. So wait it out. If you have friendlies behind you and you feel it in your gut that you're going to die, just leave. Abandon the fight. Go find cover. And on that, know your gun's limit. I mentioned it earlier. The cord that I rock has 40 rounds, so I can pick off someone at a large distance, but I know I'm going to burn through the majority of those rounds if I try. My position will be given away. People will probably push me or start firing at me with a distance rifle. If I have an SMG and the enemy has an LMG at close range, I'm definitely pushing that guy. Pick your fights. I know it sounds dumb, but do the statistics in your head. If you and your enemy are both behind cover, who has the better cover? Who's hitting their shots? If they're behind a low wall and you're behind a car, don't forget that they can shoot through the windows of the car and you'll be blocked by the car parts so you can't see as well. You won't be able to hit your shot. Or maybe you're behind a wall with cover to one side and the enemy is behind a box in the middle of the road. You could step to the side to make yourself even smaller. Block off half your screen. You become a much smaller target. Don't be overconfident. You already know how well you can aim and hit your targets. Back in time again. Know your playstyle. Know your strengths and your weaknesses with the playstyle that you pick. If you end up in a stalemate, don't forget, you can always leave that fight. You don't have to abandon the fight. More often than not, there's a flanking position. If the enemy is occupied with your team, they're definitely going to be distracted. Flank them, but don't miss a shot. Pick the guys at the back first, then finish off the others. It's very unlikely that they'll win if they're being attacked from multiple angles at the same time. And when you finally do get to those flags, remember, going prone is fine for long range. If you're holding a position or capping a point, get on your back. Make yourself as small as possible. And when you're on your back, people don't see you as fast. They don't expect it. You can also rotate a lot quicker when you're on your back. If you're at prone, you have a much more limited angle. And if you have your back to the wall, remember, no one's going to be able to take you from behind, even if they wanted to. I mentioned this before, but I'm going to mention it again. Ping your enemies. Not only when you're downed, but when you're alive as well. Let your squad mates know. And if you do find yourself downed and pinging enemies, don't immediately bleed out. With mouse and keyboard, you push E to request a revive. You will bleed out a lot slower. And if you're about to get revived, you would have hopefully learned where the enemy is. Face the enemies before you get revived. Get ready to just pull a trigger or throw a grenade. You might die immediately depending on how close they are, but at least you've got 1 or 2 shots off, or you've thrown that glorious ball of explosive powder. On top of all of this, the most important thing is capture the flags. Your KDR does not matter if you lose all of your flags. The game will be over sooner and you're not playing the game the way it was meant to be played. Sure, you're having fun and you're killing all the bad guys, but Battlefield is a team game and the majority of the players are playing to win the round rather than to get the kills. It is a battlefield. You're supposed to die. You're supposed to be in on the action. And the game, I promise you, is infinitely more fun when you're playing the objectives. Those only in Battlefield moments just happen everywhere when you play the objective. Anyway, that's it for now. Any extra bonuses, throw them in the comments below. I'd really like to see them. And if you did make it this far and you did enjoy it, I really appreciate you being here. Thank you very much for stopping by. If you liked it, click the like button. And if you want to see more content from this guy, a tiny YouTuber in the middle of, well, not the middle, in one of the parts of Australia on the side, get the mouse and move it along that long subscribe button and then just push it in. And if you have the bell there as well, just get to the top of the bell and tap it with your finger if you've got a mouse. Or maybe just tap it with your finger on your phone. I don't know. Get notifications. Anyway, thank you again for being here. I really appreciate it. And I hope to see you in the next one. Or on the battlefield. Bye.